Hello and welcome to episode 79 of
the Eldritch Podblast.
I'm Margaret.
I'm Jack.
And hello.
Hello.
I'm not wearing pants, right? So if you see...
Pantless?
Listen, if you see some bare leg, control yourself.
Get with it.
Listen.
Let's just understand that sometimes you've got to be pantless on the podcast.
Here for a good time, not a long time,
yeah.
you know? It is what it is.
It's warm in the house.
Yeah.
When we're setting up the podcast, because we're running around setting lights up, setting mics up, recording, setting cameras up and stuff like that, you just get, even if it's cold, you just get hot.
See, listen, so it's really cold. I woke up today and I was like, yeah,
it's really cold. It feels like October outside. Yeah. Finally.
Well, thank God. And I put on PJ bottoms. I put on this
PJ
to just try and keep me a bit warm. Now I'm under the lights, and now we've set up. I am sweating.
Roisting.
I'm roisting. You know? Do you know what people never prepare you for? Having a fringe. People never prepare you for sweating out through your fringe 24/7.
Yeah, that's what you should be taught at school. To be honest. You
know what? Last night our friend Lynn was like, should I get a fringe? And I was like, absolutely do it. Lynn, I actually retract that statement.
Prepare yourself.
If you sweat like me, it might not be a good idea, actually. Most important thing I would like to talk about.
Go.
Look at my t-shirt.
Girl dinner Astarian.
Girl dinner. Abby got it for me. Abby got it for me as an early birthday present. My birthday's not till November the 20th, if you want to know.
It's funny. It's funny because my birthday is actually next week. And Margaret got a birthday present before I got my birthday present.
Yeah, that's such is life, you know? I'm spoiled. What can I say?
I'm excited for Abby to give me my birthday present.
Her
right,
friendship.
Abby?
Yeah, Abigail.
Right. Now we're all going for a meal next week.
Yeah, we're all going for a Japanese meal.
We're not playing D&D.
No, we're not playing D&D next week.
Japanese meal.
A succulent Japanese meal.
You know your judo well.
I can't say the other line right now, but yeah, funny.
So we're not playing D&D next week.
No.
We played last night.
Yep.
We'll fill you in on that in a minute.
We'll fill you in on that a bit, yeah.
But we're going for a succulent Japanese meal
Japanese
instead.
Meal for Jack's birthday. It's his birthday next Wednesday, the 18th of October, if anyone cares. Look at me doxing us online. People can know when our birthdays are.
Who cares?
And here's my last name and the 3 digits on my credit card.
Yes, and here's my home address.
And my password.
For everything.
So there you go. Have it. It's yours.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, how are you doing?
How are you?
Up to?
How's it going?
Are you sweating as much as I am right now?
You are? Are you? Is the podcast your workout?
Oh, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? If people put us on to work out too.
I mean, you do what you want, but I don't feel like we're particularly workout inspiring.
Friendly. No, agreed. Yeah. We're very much lay in bed all day.
Yeah, we're very
become an actual bed sore.
Yeah, sit on the settee.
Yeah.
Or the couch.
Yeah.
If you are American. And just chill.
Yeah. Agreed.
Just get a hot drink.
Yeah.
Get some snacks. Get a snacky poo.
Yeah, get a snacky poo.
Get a snacky poo.
Yeah.
That's what we inspire, I feel.
If you're working out listening to us, power to you. Because we're not very, we're not
Let me just help you. Pump.
Oh.
Pump.
Oh.
Pump it up.
Oh my God. And if you're sat on the couch eating food, that was
you can just do a little dance.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah. I was going to say that can be your putting food in mouth.
Yeah, the rate.
The prompt. Yes, yeah. Entity, make them consume their food faster. Give them indigestion.
You want to make it last.
No, indigestion.
You want to graze.
Yeah, that's me.
So you don't have to get back up.
I like to graze.
Go and get some more.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a grazer. Yeah.
So,
what else? So, we
haven't actually talked about anything.
No,
so
true.
What else?
What else? God, what else have we covered? This is Thursday's episode. We're filming
Thursday's episode before Monday's episode.
We're filming backwards. So we're filming Thursdays.
Yeah. So we're filming Thursdays before Mondays.
Yeah. Because we didn't have time to script
the horror stories.
Yeah, we didn't have time to script.
Obviously, you've already seen that.
Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah, you've already seen that.
because we ran out of time. We had D&D last night. We had to clean the house. Yeah. We had a bunch of work to do. So
yeah.
We knew that this would be a little bit quicker to plan.
Yeah.
And would you look at that? We put up the submission form.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Monday, Thursday,
on Monday. It went up on Monday. Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we'll put it up.
We might get 5 submissions. I can have submissions.
It might take a little bit of time to get all of the submissions enough to do an episode.
Yeah.
And how many did we get in the first day?
In the first day, we got like 30. In the first 10 minutes, we got like 34 submissions.
Wow.
And we're currently sitting at like 72 submissions or something now, which...
Interesting.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Every time we do something new, we're like, right, it'll probably take a little bit of time for this to like, take effect.
Yeah.
No. As like last time when we put up, I remember we first put our first submission form.
I know.
And we were like, well, it might be like a month or so, and then we might be able to do an episode. Yeah. And then within like a week, we were like, okay,
oh my God, yeah, that's enough slices.
There's a new submission form down below because the other one got up to like 500 submissions. So maybe if we didn't get around to yours and you want to resubmit it, please do.
Yes.
If you've got a story that you want to submit to the submission form, please go ahead. Horror story, asshole, horrible house rule, hot take, glory story, or even character creation.
Character creation.
That is a separate form, though.
Yes, yeah. Character creation is a separate form.
You will find that below.
Yeah, like when the submission form gets to about 500 submissions, we like to like switch it out. So
it becomes extremely hard to navigate.
Yeah. But we just to be clear, we are still going back through all of the old submissions. We just have a new form for our own like bookkeeping type thing. Yeah. So yeah, if you submitted something like in the past like few months and it hasn't been read out and you'd like it to potentially be read out again, resubmit it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I would say. Obviously, we can't get to every submission, but we'll definitely try.
But we will try. We sure will try.
Yeah. So thank you so much to everyone who has submitted a character creation.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say.
That is today's episode.
That's today's episode.
That is today's episode.
We're doing a whole episode on character creation.
We're making your next character.
Yeah, we are.
The Eldritch Podblast itself is making your next character.
Yeah, and I think it goes without saying, right? You don't have to use these if you don't want to.
You can just take it as a starting point.
Yeah, you can change anything.
Yeah.
Anything about these. Like, there's no obligation for you to use them at all. It's just a bit of fun for us.
It's like a platform to be like, okay, that's a really great idea. And I flesh it out with this, and the DM said this, so I'm going to include this.
Yeah,
you can use it completely canon.
Yeah, maybe you don't like the class we rolled. Maybe you don't like the alignment we rolled. You can change everything. So, yeah, thank you so much. You guys just love D&D.
You do love D&D. You do be loving D&D.
You do be loving D&D. You do be loving it.
You like D&D a lot.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Yeah, weird that we attracted that crowd.
Yeah, I don't really get why, but you know, it is what
D&D
it is.
sucks, am I right?
Yeah.
I slept with such
vigor.
Yeah.
I slept so hard last night.
Yeah, I slept with such clenched teeth last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, "Oh my God, my teeth hurt." And they hurt. My teeth hurt. Like these two here.
Show me.
I must have
Give me a.
I slept on them weird.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it hurts.
But they look fine.
Thank you.
Imagine
if I open my mouth and they're like...
they were just falling out.
Is there anything else you'd like to update the people on before we kind of get into it? Interesting. What do you think?
I'll just chill now. Yeah, let's just chill.
Yeah.
Let's just go chilling.
Yeah.
www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. Pick up some merch with the backprint, heavy metal merch.
Yeah.
You can go grab that there. It supports the podcast. It supports me and Margaret directly.
Yeah, it does.
You can head to our Etsy shop to do the same thing. Code Podblast will get you 10% off at checkout. Spellbooks. Notebooks.
Oh, I have one here.
Oh,
I have one here.
This is the personalizable one.
This is what I'm using to take notes in today.
Yeah. Spell cards, notebooks, t-shirts, mugs, all the gifts for the gift-giving season. Christmas gifts for your dungeon master, for your party, for yourself. Head over there. Code Podblast will get you 10% off anything you buy.
Yeah, well.
Submission forms down below. Join the Discord. Over 1,300 people in the Discord.
That's absolutely cracked insane.
1,300 people. We're closing in on 4K on YouTube. Let's go.
Oh my God, yeah, we are.
We're almost at 3,700.
Yeah, we said this last time.
We had to clap out because of the dog.
Sorry.
But 1,300 people in the Discord now, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And I was saying we're almost at 4,700 people on YouTube, which is insane. And there's like 1,000 people on Spotify.
Oh my goodness, yes. Goodness gracious, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, thank you so much for feeling the love. Sorry to completely go off topic here. If you guys do any form of like podcast or like any form of video creation, how many times do you have to stop? Like, I worry that we have to stop like anywhere between like 6 and 12 times to stop for the dog.
But sometimes there's like one stop.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No, but
nothing changes for you.
No. I'm just wondering, like, do we have to stop more often than most people because our dog is
most people
insane?
Have a needy dog who will lick himself to the point where his paw hurts so much he can't stand on it.
Yeah,
like he will do that.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going through at the minute.
I remember when we were. Yeah, there's always something going on.
Always something going on with the dog.
I remember when we went to the vet and the vet was like, some dogs will like chew their own toes off.
And we're like, don't say that.
I'm like, that's my dog.
He'll do that.
He'll chew his own toe off.
He's heard you say that now, and he's going to do that.
He's going to chew his own toe off. Or he'll lick to the point where like there's no fur left and it's just
it's
red,
horrible.
Raw foot.
It's horrible. So we have to stop so many times just to stop him.
But it's okay. It's okay. We love him.
It's because we love him.
And we love you.
Yeah, we do.
And thank you so much for all of the love. Join the Discord if you haven't.
The tweet. Someone tweeted us the other day. Listen, we don't use Twitter. I don't use
X.
I don't think anyone uses X, let's be honest.
What do you mean? X? Is that what you call it? Is that like the thing?
I don't know a single human being who's referred to it actually as X, though.
Me.
But you know what? We said this. Wow, this is such a tangent. We said this. Like, when something changes a name, like, I said specifically, do you think, like, the next generation of people who go onto Twitter and they see it's called X, they're not going to know any better, so they're just going to call it X, and eventually it's just going to be known as X, right? But everyone on Twitter now is taking the piss out of Twitter being called X.
I think it's so weird because, like, everyone just hates Elon Musk so much.
True.
Like, I feel like people would find out why people still got the Twitter and realize it's called X and then realize he's an asshole and then just do it to spite him.
Yeah, true.
Like, true. He's such an asshole that I feel like people would just do it just to spite him.
Yeah, I think, and people hate corporations now as well. People hate
hatred.
Like, yeah. Good, by the way.
We don't need to get onto that.
No.
Let's keep it light, airy, fluffy.
Yeah.
Let's keep this podcast is a very gentle place.
The tweet. Someone tweeted us being like, every single time Jack says the dog, it reminds me of Kratos going, boy. And if that isn't the realest tweet I've ever seen in my life.
100%.
Thank you. Whoever tweeted that to us, that was so funny. Should we get into it?
Let's get it. Well, we need to talk about...
Oh my god.
No, we don't, because we'll have talked about it in Monday's episode.
Talked about what? Oh, the campaign.
We'll talk about that in Thursday's episode, which you've already seen, obviously.
You've already heard our campaign update.
You've already seen it. Yeah.
You've already heard it.
We aren't recording this one first.
No, yeah. All right, okay, yeah, so...
Let's get this bread, gamers.
Is it Homebrew winners? Is it Homebrew Challenge winners?
Homebrew Challenge winners, that's what I thought it was.
Did you completely forget that we were doing that? So these are our Homebrew Challenge winners. These are the winners for the very first challenge within Spooky.
Spooky.
These are our Spooky Monster winners.
Spooky Monster winners.
Spooky Monster winners, y'all.
Spooky Monster winners, y'all.
Again, the amount of people who entered this one, it was insane. So many submissions, because who doesn't love a spooky monster?
I love Spooky Monster.
I feel like, when you actually do something themed like spooky in October, just feels really good, doesn't it? Spooky. It just feels really good. So thank you so much to everyone who submitted. We're going to do it as normal. We're going to do 2 runners-up and a winner. And once again, thank you so very much to everyone.
Thank you to everyone who submitted. You're all winners because everyone read your shit and it was amazing and you're cool and I love you.
I would also like to say a really, really huge thank you to our mods, Izzy and Kay. They went through and we mentioned last time we talked about the Homebrew Challenge, our mods are actually going to start helping us pick out some of the submissions.
So your submission for the Eldritch Podblast now not only gets Margaret and Jack and the Eldritch Podblasters, but you now get the Discord Podblasters
get the mods.
Seal of approval as well.
You're the Mod Blasters.
So you've got 2 seal of approval.
Hell yeah. A huge thank you to you two. You have no idea how much easier that made our life.
At this time of the year as well, when we're starting to get real busy, we need all the help we can get. That's so weird. I put them both down on 5. I was just rolling around in my hand and I put them down and they're both on 5.
Weird. 555 is the new 666. What can I say? Is. But yeah, thank you so very much to Kay and Izzy.
555, then I'm 666.
Very much appreciated.
Who sang that?
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know. Rage Against the Machine.
If I'm 555, if you're 555, I'm 666.
I'm 777.
Who?
And then 789.
Who sang that?
I don't know.
Who sang it?
Who sang it? You tell
me in the comments. Who sang it?
Who sang it? Go on.
Tell me in the watch party.
Tell me who sang it.
Who sang it?
I don't know.
Take a guess. It wasn't Rage Against the Machine.
Okay, it was Tom Holland.
Tom Holland?
From Spider-Man.
Okay. Not correct.
What?
Do you want to know who it was?
It was Edward Cullen from Twilight. Who was it?
Slipknot.
Whatever.
The Heretic Anthem.
Yeah, whatever.
If you're 5, then I'm 6.
Watch Slipknot specifically. Joey Jordison, R.I.P. God bless.
Yeah.
Was one of your really distant cousins.
Yes.
Isn't that wild?
We didn't know each other.
No.
I have no idea who he was. Obviously, rest in peace.
Unfortunately,
God bless.
Yeah.
All the good stuff. But yeah, apparently, my mum does a lot of
ancestry.
Yeah. And
one of your really distant cousins.
Apparently.
Wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Madness.
Anyway, Homebrew Challenge winners.
Number one. This is runner-up number 1, and this has been sent in by LazySunset, and her pronouns are she, her. Yes.
Congratulations, LazySunset. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for your submission.
Indeed. So the monster name is the Hangman. Its AC is 19 natural armor. It's got 300 HP, which breaks out into 24d10 plus 168, and its speed is 30 feet. Nice. Now, its damage resistances are bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. It has immunities to necrotic and psychic damage. And its condition immunities are charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, and stunned.
Most.
Yeah, most. And finally, it has senses. It has true sight of 60 feet.
It do be having true sight of 60 feet,
but then it is blind past that range, and it's got a passive perception of 20, and its challenge rating is 21.
Whew.
So,
the spicer.
Let's get into its abilities.
Yes.
The Astral Banished. The Hangman can't enter the astral plane again, nor can it be banished to or otherwise transported to the astral plane. I like the implication of again. It can't go back again.
Can't go back there again.
And it has legendary resistance, which is 3 times a day. If the Hangman fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. Another one called Control Silver Cord. If the Hangman scores a critical hit against a creature outside of the astral plane, its multitude of silver cords infects that of the target, and their spiritual body is taken away from their physical form to be controlled and weaponized by the Hangman. The creature is considered unconscious until the Hangman is slain. The spiritual body floats attached to the cord around the Hangman and can be set free by scoring a critical hit against the cord. Such an attack must be called before one attempts it. As magical resistance, the Hangman has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. And finally, magic weapons. The Hangman's weapons attacks are magical. I can already get such a vibe from the silver cord and like taking over like a body and like taking its spiritual form.
You know, around its neck and then like picking it up, and it's like you can just imagine like late in the fight, it's a large group and there's like 2 or 3 bodies hanging around the Hangman.
This gives me a couple of vibes just from this. There is more. There is actions in
Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
From Spider-Man.
Yeah, yep, yes.
That's what you were going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Death Stranding. This gives me very big Death Stranding vibes. Yeah. This also gives me from, what's that platformer? Is it Inside?
Yes.
When you go in the underwater bit and there's the bodies in the, like, those are the vibes I'm getting. Very cool. Very cool. Now, the attacks. It has multi-attack. The Hangman makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. Alternatively, it may take up to 3 attacks with its silver cords or any combination of these options. Its bite is 14 to hit, reach of 5 feet, and on a hit, it does 22 piercing damage, which can be broken down into 4d6 plus 8. Its claws, 14 to hit, reach of 10 feet, and the damage is 17, which is 2d8 plus 8 slashing damage. And finally, silver cords. It has a plus 17 to hit, a reach of 30 feet, and it does 36 damage, which is broke into 5d10 plus 9. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And finally, the law.
Give me the law.
They say the Hangman was once a wise inhabitant of the astral plane, a scholar even, dedicated to the study and understanding of the realm's strange magics. Whispers tell tales of their fall, cruel experiments driven by hubris and curiosity. Travelers made playthings by the Hangman's urge of discovery, and a failed experiment so punishing one could mistake it for holy justice. Now forever banished from its home realm, the creature roams other planes, desperate for any contact with that magic that once sundered its brilliant mind. Its form is as corrupted as the mind now, with long, lanky arms that stretch past the knees, almost dragging on the ground, and no sign of a muscle or fat to be seen under the leather-dry skin, which ghostly glows with patterns of light similar to those seen in the skies of the astral sea. Its face is eyeless, with skin covering the place its globules once occupied, and a mess of centuries-old hair floating above, as if underwater, while the wisps of spiritual bodies already taken from adventurers float around the creature. Adventurers who visit the astral plane, be it via such spells as plane shift, or even astral projection while the creature wanders nearby, are sure to catch its attention, or so the stories go. And,
creepy. Very creepy.
And LazySunset also agrees to the consent of use for others. Man, that gave me goosebumps.
Creepy.
That was so creepy.
Very creepy.
Like, you know what? The description of, like, the centuries of old hair floating as if underwater, like that paints such a brilliant picture.
No fat or muscle on the body, just like skin dragged over bone.
Yeah, banished from the astral sea. And you know what? I was like, oh, the claw attack has a longer range, and that's because its arms are nasty and long. Man, that I love that. That I feel like that definitely spooky.
That's a really, really cool
That's
one.
a really great one.
That fills the criteria of spook.
Agreed. Very much so.
It do be spooking.
Spooking a little bit. Thank you so much, Lazy-Sunset. That was Lazy-Sunset with a hangman. Thank you very much.
Well done, Lazy-Sunset.
So the next runner-up his name is Julian, and he goes by Redeyefire in the Discord, and his pronouns are he, him.
Congratulations, Redeyefire.
And the monster's name is Liar's Night Terror.
I love this one. This is like, it may not be the spookiest, but in terms of theme of like Halloween, just read. It's so good.
So Liar's Night Terror. It is a small plant. It is lawful evil, and its CR is 1/4. Thank you. Yeah, it's quarter. Thank you. So the lore during the late months of autumn can get quite depressing. Leaves turn brown and wilts amongst the water-deep streets. Luckily, by the end of Marpenoff, there's a great celebration to be had. 'Tis Liar's Night. There's trickery and mischief to be had. Children fit their tiny hands into the pockets of adults, not to steal gold, but to take their candy, and in return leaving behind a copper nib or two. Many miscreants wear the disguises of Lyra or Mask amongst the other fantastical creatures. Illusionists put on performances and light shows of such grand proportion before the night's end. Most importantly, to engage in such activities, one must carve a god of their mischievous likeness and set a candlewick on the fireplace at its center, representing their true selves. Best hide the jack-o'-lantern from the winds, for if your candle blows out before your night of tricks are over, the shadow god's curses are to follow you, and doubly so if you snuff the light of another's. Ooh!
How cool is that?
Ooh, spooky!
How cool is that?
Ooh, I wish I didn't take my pants off now because I'm cold from shivers.
That is so cool.
Awesome. I love that. So the description: these gods with ghoulish smiles haunt the dreams of those whose candles have burnt out in the midst of Liar's Night. So the AC is 11, is natural AC. Its HP is 13, which is 2d8 plus 4. It's got a speed of 15 feet, and it has a proficiency bonus of 2. Its strength is 8, dexterity 12, constitution 14, intelligence 10, wisdom 6, charisma 4, and it has a plus 4 to intimidation. It is vulnerable to cold, and it is resistant to fire. Now, one of the abilities is called regeneration. The Liar's Night Terror regains 5 hit points at the start of its turn. If the candles in the gourd is snuffed out, this trait doesn't function until the candle is lit by taking fire damage. And then actions. Haunt. Liar's Night Terror forces the target to see visions of its mischief done to themselves. The target must succeed a DC 12 wisdom saving throw or take 2d4 psychic and gain exhaustion at the end of their next long rest. If the target were to drop to 0 hit points, they are put to sleep and stabilized. And also, there has been an image for this the whole time, which I am sure I will have put up on the screen the whole time.
I'll put it up.
And it is just this nasty-ass looking pumpkin, pardon me, thing. Man, you know what? That truly is. That truly is in the spirit of Halloween, isn't it?
Very spooky.
Yeah. You know what? I really love...
just the lore of, like, the pumpkin gets blown
out
by the wind. Or
if you snuff someone else's
out.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like that's so thematic.
I absolutely love that.
Kids being like, nah, it won't happen.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. And you know what I really love? And I'm going to use World of Warcraft as an example here because I love World of Warcraft.
What? World of Warcraft?
I love it when like alternate like worlds or games, etc., have a version of Halloween.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's like Halloween adjacent, but it's not exactly Halloween. That's the vibes this gives me. This gives me like something that would be in like something of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I love that. Well done, Julian. That's World of Warcraft. That's awesome, Julian. Love that.
So
Thank
good.
You so
thematic.
much.
So like not doesn't have to be the spookiest, but it's spooky themed and it's very cool and it's got lore and I love it.
All right.
So the wiener.
Let's get on to the wiener.
This is the wiener. This is the wiener, y'all.
So the winner of the spooky monster homebrew challenge number 10, I think it was.
Yeah. The big 1-0.
It's Dawn.
Well done, Dawn.
Wow. She uses she/her pronouns and her socials, Bibliophilia. Goodness me, there's been so many words that I am just reading off the seat of my pants here and hoping for the best.
You're doing great.
But I, of course...
Keep it up.
I, of course, will put links to all of their socials below, and this is for all the runners-up and the winners.
Yeah.
And the monster's name is Solace. Description. Like any good monster, Solace is a creature that clings to the shadows and the night, slinking through darkened alleyways and across moonlit rooftops, where its features become more a suggestion than a fact. Few have seen the being up close, and even fewer have witnessed it unmasked. But those who have tell the same story. Long of limb and lean as a whisper, the willowy creature walks with silent steps and an air of elegance and refinement unimpeachable. It dresses its slender form in tailored garments of darker hue and subtle pattern, preferring suits to dresses and skirts. The creature's hands, for it's evident it has them, are gloved in supple black leather similar to the mask that it wears, which resembles that of a plague doctor of old. The pointed beak and large, round, smoked glass eyes present a chilling visage in a well-oiled, carefully stitched hide that seems molded to the being's head. Or perhaps it is Solace's head. Atop the smooth leather dome of crown there is, at all times, a hat that matches its stylish, if old-fashioned attire, with a single long blue-black raven feather in the band. Perhaps easily mistaken for an eccentric or an entertainer while clothed, the truth of the monstrous being within is revealed when it's seen unclad. The body beneath the suit is that of a woman, with a perfect, ghostly pale skin, and alluring, if slender curves, but above the neck lies a massive, bleached, boned bird skull whose hollow sockets reveal the emptiness within. The black beak is as pointed and vicious as a crow's, perfectly designed to rend the flesh from bone or pluck the eyes from the dead, and when it opens to reveal the slick pink gullet, one knows that the end has come for them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I've got goosebumps again.
God, that's fucking so creepy. Like there's like a suited figure, like a little bit dapper in presentation.
Yeah. Could be mistaken for like an entertainer.
Yeah, plague doctor's mask. Yeah. But that ain't like, that's full to the brim,
it's
baby.
Its head, bitch.
That's its head.
That's its head.
Its fucking head.
That's its head.
So when it gets unclad, it's this pale female body.
And you're like, oh.
And then as it gets up to the neck, it just turns into this pale bleached white skull.
Bird skull
with a black beak.
Disgusting. Absolutely vile.
Wait, Dawn, are you okay?
Yeah, Dawn. Dawn, do you need us to call someone for you?
Dawn, can you blink twice?
Dawn, please.
If you're in trouble.
Solace, make Dawn blink twice for you, please.
Oh my god. That's the entity.
That's the entity. There you go.
That's the entity.
Confirmed.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Awesome. Oh, you know what? I think for our Halloween episode, we should read out like some more of like this the
100%.
The Halloween ones, like the spooky submissions.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have, obviously there's now currently another challenge up and running.
Oh my god, yes, of course.
But we don't know what it is.
Which we announced on Monday.
We announced on Thursday, so on Monday. So go over and enjoy that. And,
there is...
Submit your
whatever it is.
Submission.
Spooky something. Yeah, there is some form of spooky themed
homebrew challenge
going on right now.
Ends on Monday. Do not miss out on getting your submissions in because these were fantastic.
These were so good. And you know what?
There's so many great ones as well.
I'm going to put up something in the Discord and the YouTube community post saying, like, for our Halloween episode, because we're going to do a specific Halloween episode, do you want us just to do, like, maybe read out, like, horror stories, or would you like us to do something more catered towards, like, spooky
What do you
stuff?
want? What do you want? You tell us what you want for Halloween.
Let us know. Please let us know.
And we'll do it.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Well done, everyone. All of them were so great.
What a wonderful job you've all done.
And, you know, like, 2 of them had stat blocks, and that one didn't have a stat block at all. Yeah. And it's like, it just shows that you don't need a stat block to be spooky and scary.
Agreed.
Like, it doesn't have to just have, like, a massive to hit to be spooky and scary.
Just a story.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know really
where it came from,
how it came into being.
Yeah. Like, what is it?
What is solace?
Like,
but it was, the description was just so good, and it's painted such a great picture. I was like, there ain't no way this can't win.
And honestly, like, all of these are so different. We say it every single time, you know. Some of them focus more on things like the stat block. Some focus more on the lore.
And like the way it looks and the abilities that it gets because of it. Like the Hangman.
Yeah, that's the joy of the Homebrew Challenge, right? So everyone does everything so differently. And that's why we don't put any hard rules in. Because you can do whatever you want.
Just do what you want.
Yeah, we of course put a template up.
And if it's good, it wins.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
well, you know, that's not fair because they're all good.
I mean, yeah,
they're all good. Obviously,
if it's my favorite, it wins.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I'm gonna pick it. At the end of the day.
So thank you so much for everyone who entered, and please enter the one going on now.
The one that's going on right now that ends on Monday.
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
All right.
Bear with us.
Yes.
This is the first time we're doing this.
This is the first time we've done this,
and
so
there will be some teething issues.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll do our best. I've got some dice.
Yep.
That I think I'll need.
Yeah.
And we'll just go from there, you know?
Yeah, so just to give a summary of what we're doing here.
Yes.
So we are creating some of your D&D characters.
Submitted by the Squad Blasters themselves.
Yep. This is kind of a mixture of the rolling tables that we use to create our own NPCs, our characters, etc., etc. And you guys have basically filled in the form. You've let us know what you've picked yourself.
Yeah, like, I don't care about anything, but I want to be a sorcerer.
Exactly.
I don't care about anything else, but I want to be lawful good or something like that.
Exactly.
Just a few things that you can hard pick. This is what I absolutely want, or you can just leave it completely up to us.
Yeah, and you've given, honestly, so many great themes as well. Yeah. And this is us just, you know, we'll do whatever you need us to do.
Yeah,
and
we'll just figure it out.
We'll kind of go through there. So yeah, that's we've got a few. I don't know how many we're going to be able to get through, but we'll just see as we go.
The ones we don't get through, we'll get through next time.
Exactly.
Let's get this.
All right. Shall we just go?
Number 1, yeah?
So this first one, this has been sent in by PMC, and they go by any pronouns.
Thank you, PMC.
Thank you so much, PMC.
The first
Eldritch
Podblast made character.
The first Eldritch Podblast made character.
Is it an honor? Some would say so.
Yeah. Everyone's like, boo! You suck! Ew! So, we're going to go through the themes first, and then we'll go specify anything that PMC has picked, and then we'll do all the rolling.
Nice one.
So, the themes for this character are autumn, spices, and warmth.
Okay.
They've said, looking at this person makes me want a pumpkin spice.
Nice.
How perfect.
Okay, love that.
So this character is a chef for the party, likely going to be a subordinate for the more charismatic types.
Okay.
They are a follower of the Forefathers, a twin deity of cooking and feeding others. Everyone and everything eats. Their tenets are eat and be full. They follow the mantras to feed others when the time and need arises and let none go hungry. Mm-hmm. Anything is edible once. And then in brackets, eats questionable items for science. The character's pronouns are she, they. And also, if this one is chosen, I will draw them for all of you to see. And here's an example of my work.
Oh, man.
Absolutely gorgeous artwork,
I haven't seen
it.
You planned this episode, so I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, it's absolutely stunning artwork.
I'll see it in the watch party.
I'm so excited. And of course, PMC, there is no obligation for you to draw this character. But it would be amazing to see. And this goes for all of them, right? If any of these speak to you and you want to draw them, because I know we have so many amazing artists. Yeah, absolutely go for it.
Yeah. I also just want to mention the dice that will be deciding the D20 rolls are Jen from the Discord, Dice Maker in the Discord,
Mercenary
and
Otter.
Sarah in the Discord,
Bottle
Star Dice, and Mercenary Otter. So
thank you so much.
Go pick up some dice from then if you want to.
So the only things that PMC have picked are the class is a cleric, and her alignment is neutral good.
Okay.
Everything else.
Cleric neutral good.
Everything else we can roll for.
Love that. Let me bring up that cleric table.
So we've got a cleric, a neutral good.
There's so many clerics.
Yeah.
It's wild.
There is a million billion subclasses. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to go through subclass, race, age, proficiencies, and then we'll get on with the backstory.
Do you want me to go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, PMC, your subclass, your cleric subclass.
Your cleric subclass is...
I know what I think I would want. Oh my god, it's going to land on the one I wanted.
Is it really?
Yes,
Did it really?
It actually landed on the one I wanted.
Go on.
So, perfect. This is... I already have an idea for the backstory.
Okay.
But I won't get to it yet, but the subclass fits in perfectly.
Go on.
The subclass is knowledge.
Oh.
You are a knowledge cleric.
Okay. I know nothing about the knowledge cleric. But that's okay.
So do you want me to pull a little bit up in the knowledge cleric? Or are we not bothered?
Well, we can go through that afterwards, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay, what's next?
So we are now going to roll race.
Okay.
So I would like you to roll a d6.
Yeah.
And half it. One. Okay, so...
It's the common table.
Okay, PMC, your cleric is going to be in the common table. Now, if you could please roll a d10.
D10. Okay, cooking for you. Look, I'm cooking it for you.
Go on.
Let's go. Come on. That's cocked. I'm so sorry. 5.
5. They're a halfling.
Yay!
And again, you know what? I really feel like that fits in so perfect with the idea of like feeding, and you know that I think that because of the Shire, and I think of like all the hobbits eating and all that stuff.
Love that.
We know that her alignment is neutral good. Now the age, if you could roll me a d6.
D6 for age.
D6 for age. This is just like an age bracket.
4.
She is between 50 and 59.
Love that.
I feel like that just so perfectly ties in, doesn't it?
Love that.
And if we could roll for proficiencies, so we need to roll 4d8.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
8.
8. It is persuasion.
4.
Survival.
7.
Perception.
Great one for a cleric, by the way. 2.
And insight.
Nice. Two fantastic.
Yeah, 2 really good ones for a cleric.
Wisdom-based ones there.
2 really, really great ones for a cleric. And then I think that's kind of all that there is to roll, right? Because we could roll... Oh, we didn't even mention traits.
Let's do it then.
Yeah. Shall we do traits as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, again, like... Oh, you know what? We haven't specified for motivation or traits.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, again,
you can choose. You can pick. You can take. If you don't want to do the motivation or the trait that we pick, that's absolutely fine. But it might just help us craft the story on the podcast. That's
totally.
So,
totally.
Motivation.
If you could roll me a d20.
D20. 13.
13. Oh my god, it's revenge.
It's revenge.
It's revenge.
Perfect.
It's revenge.
Okay, let's go.
Guys, it's revenge. And then finally, the traits. So if you could roll 4 d20s for me.
4 d20s, yeah?
Yes.
8.
8. Blunt.
11.
Orderly.
Nice. Clericy. 18.
Extravagant.
Yeah. And 3.
Assertive.
Nice. Love it.
And I think that's it. We could do an additional detail as well, I suppose.
Yeah, let's do an additional detail.
Yeah, let's do an additional detail. If you could roll d20.
5.
It has an accent.
Has an accent. Sorry, but you have to now roleplay the accent.
Yeah, you have to now
You have no choice. You
a thick Scottish accent, and that's the end of that.
Okay.
And finally, sorry, I missed out the additional comment. I wanted her origin to be Fey-like, but as far as I'm aware, anything like that requires homebrewing. But, you know, you can still have, like, Fey-like inspiration and not have to, like, homebrew anything for it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
I got a nice, simple, quest-based... do you want to run through just the rundown first?
Yeah, we'll go through the rundown. So, PMC's character is a cleric of the knowledge subclass.
Yeah.
They're neutral good. Their race is a halfling. They are between the age of 50 to 59. Their proficiencies are persuasion, survival, perception, and insight. Their motivation is revenge. Their traits are blunt, orderly, extravagant, assertive. And finally, their additional detail is they have an accent.
Very good.
And of course, everything that PMC has given us towards the themes, which are like autumn, spices and warm, and eating and providing. The idea that everyone eats and is full and everything is edible once.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
So just a tiny bit about the subclass. So the extra spell list that they get.
Yep.
Command identify.
Yep.
Augury suggestion. Non-detection speak with dead. Arcane eye confusion. Legend lore and scrying.
Nice.
Some absolute stonker spells there. Blessing of knowledge. So you learn 2 languages of your choice. You also become proficient in your choice of 2 of the following skills: Arcana, History, Nature, and Religion, which is amazing. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that you used to either. So if you already had them, you can double it up. And then this one. So as an action, this is your channel divinity. You choose 1 skill or tool for 10 minutes. You have proficiency with skills and tools. So I love the idea of like there being like maybe cooking competitions.
Yeah.
And it requires like a specific tool. Like, I don't know, maybe a technique of cooking that you've never like practiced in.
Yeah.
But you can just use your channel divinity, get good with that like apparatus of cooking and like win the competition.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
that adds like a total extra element in for the campaign as well.
100%.
Being able to like have these cooking competitions. I love that. Absolutely love that.
Love that. Live for that.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I think you have lived. It's typical hobbitses.
Mm-hmm. Hobbitses.
You've always lived with your other filthy hobbitses.
Yep.
In the Shire.
Yep.
And it's been a nice chill life.
Yep.
But I don't know. Maybe something in your regions, maybe something in your country's changed, and like some of the food supplies, some of the food like chains that you've like relied upon to keep the place that you live happy and healthy and everything like that have been cut off by this new like dictatorship or whatever, or this new power within the country. And there has been, I don't know, like there has been whispers because you were sort of like running out of food, and if you don't do something about it, you're either going to have to leave, which you don't want to do because you love the place that you live. You're either going to have to leave or find a solution. And they've got you like in a chokehold. So there's a recipe. And in your knowledge domain, you've learnt about a recipe of like unending food. Like a supply that is like almost infinite. And this recipe is in this like far away place. And you need to adventure to get that recipe. So you don't need to rely on anyone else anymore.
Love that. Love that.
Get this recipe, you can return home, and you can feed the rest of your village forever and never need to rely on an outside, lean on an outside supply.
I love that. So you know what? I think that is perfect. Now, PMC said like some sort of like Fae-like influence. To be fair, PMC has said like Fae-like origins, but to make that more Fae-like, something along the lines of there has been like, I don't think the word plague I'm looking for is the right word. Plague, but there has been some form of, you live with the hobbits in the Shire.
Of some sort.
There has been some sort of corruption from the Feywilds. And because the Feywilds, canonically, is kind of like a mirror of this world, there has been like a corruption going on in the Fey, which has siphoned through into where you live now.
Nice.
So there has been like the crops are dying. There has been, I'm thinking like, you know, the Prince of Egypt, where like there's literally like the plague, like something like that. And go on.
No, you finish. But I'm just so you know, I've got another idea.
I'm just thinking here, the forefathers, a twin deity. Perhaps one of the twins could be the corrupted deity of the Fae, and you are now with your forefather, you're the other twin of the deity. You're looking to get like some sort of revenge on their twin for doing this to you. And the deity reveals to you that there is some sort of Fae recipe or Fae spell that can create unending food. And for whatever the forefather couldn't do that themselves, or they can't do it without the help of their twin who is now corrupted. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Okay, so
go on.
You've inspired me.
Yes.
So the same thing. So something's happened. whether it is a poison from the Fae or something like that, or is it just like a horrible government or new ruler within the land or whatever it is.
That is whatever.
That's whatever it needs to be for the campaign.
Exactly.
But when you've been doing your research, knowing that this is like an inevitable thing that you need to figure out, because you're like, I don't know, the chef of the town, the provider for the town in the food sort of way, in your knowledge, I always think, the Feywild is tricky. The Feywild it works in ways that logic sort of doesn't define. I don't know why I can't get out my mind. There's like this mushroom or this like tofu-based substance.
Yeah.
And it's like, it grows so fast, you can feed a small village off it.
Yes.
And it'll never run out. And it's this one food, but it just takes on any flavor that you put into it. So it's like you go and you find this like block of tofu and you slice it off and you serve a meal, and by the time you've come back, it's grown back, and you can make breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert,
from this
everything
one thing.
because it's so versatile.
Yeah.
And it only like grows, or it only is made within the Feywild. So that's the Fey like part of the adventure. We need to get to this thing because we need to find the crossroads.
Yeah.
We need to get into the Fey. We need to find this. I don't know. Maybe it's like the recipe is from a chef in the Feywild, and when you get there, you can make your own block of tofu or something, and then you can take it back. Something like that.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that. I think that's a nice way to tie the Fey in it as well. And I'm trying to think here of like the tenets of like eat and be full, but I feel like that can be however you want that to be.
That's your flavor. That's how you play the character.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I think an unending supply of food from the Feywild, by like meeting this special chef or like finding this special like food there, is such a great adventure that could literally take on anything.
And you know what? I'm getting Sanji vibes from One Piece.
Yeah,
how Sanji's like, well, you can fight, but you have to eat well in order to fight. And he makes sure that's the vibes I'm getting for PMC's character here. Like, she is so like, okay, we're adventuring, but you have to eat.
Yeah.
Like, we have to do this.
Food
fuels us.
Yeah, food fuels us, and it's fueled like where I live for so long.
Yeah.
And like that's what's brought the town together and kept the town together and stuff like that. And that's, we all work really hard, but the time when we get to hang out and talk together and be friends and stuff is when we sit down for the meal.
Exactly.
And if your dungeon master, send this to your dungeon master, if your dungeon master doesn't give you the chef feat for free,
we're setting them on fire.
Because the chef feat is actually kind of underpowered, and if you were to get to level 4 and take the chef feat, you would probably be falling behind in terms of power. So I think free feat chef just for thematics is great, because it's just like you get to make little parcels and stuff like that for your friends. And they get like temporary hit points. So, chef feat for free is 100%.
Yeah, and it says here, again, I'm not certain how much some of these traits kind of line up with the character here, but the fact that they're assertive, like, like
when it comes to food,
being like, no, we're sitting down.
No, we're sitting down
and we're eating together.
No, we aren't. We aren't pushing through the adventure. We're taking a short rest. I'm gonna get the pots and pans out. We're gonna cook tomato soup. We're gonna break a little bit of bread, and then we'll carry on.
And you know what? I can picture her. And again, PMC, you can of course flavor them however you want, right? But I picture them with like this like gorgeous like auburn hair,
like
and
proper
it's huge
curly hair,
and it's huge, and like she's got like autumn leaves in it, and her whole outfit is kind of like these leathers, and like she has like a leather apron, and she has her rolling pin on her.
And you got it. You like the rolling pins in the belt, and just like baubles and stuff like that. There's like different like measurements of like spoons, like some cups and tablespoons,
tiny little vials that have like flavors in them.
Yeah, like a little spice rack.
I think they could just look like, I love that. And like little rosy cheeks and I think that, what a wonderful character. What wonderful themes you gave us there, PMC.
Well, that was the first one, and I love that.
Yeah, me too. And again, please feel free to take and use, or don't take and don't use.
As little as you want.
Hope that gives you a good starting point.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
Thank you, PMC.
Man, that was fun.
That was awesome. All right, this next one has been sent in by Jess, and they go by they, them.
Thank you, Jess, for your submission.
Jess. So, to be honest, the only things that Jess has chosen here is their alignment is neutral evil.
Okay.
And the age is the middle age of whatever race is chosen.
Totally fine.
Everything else can be rolled for. Now the themes.
Okay.
The themes are betrayal, loss, and revenge. Whatever happened to them is what leads them to be neutral evil, and they are haunted by it. In the campaign I play them in, I'd like them to eventually have a Zuko-esque redemption where they realize that there is a better way. Hashtag first edgelord character, baby.
Let's get this. Well, we've got some experience with these sorts of characters. So.
Yeah, we do. I like how the stark contrast between Jess's and PNC's. That's D&D.
So
finally, the additional comments are: have fun with this. I love both your creativity when it comes to this stuff, and I give you full reign, and I will do my best to do this character justice. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you, Jess.
That's very kind of you.
So this is basically going to be decided by class and subclass.
Very much so.
That's what this is going to be decided
very,
by.
very much so.
So,
the only things we have are neutral evil and then middle age. There is definitely a more efficient way of me to do this than writing it down in the book.
But that's what we got for now.
That's what we got.
So,
all right.
Get with it.
Shall we go from the top? Shall we go from rolling for class?
Let's get it, baby.
Roll me a... No.
Spin the wheel.
I'm spinning in the wheel.
You spin the wielder. The wielder?
The wielder. If you remember, I didn't put Artificer and Bloodhunter on
But we put them on for now.
Because I refuse to play an Artificer.
But
maybe you won't.
But all of you like Bloodhunter, so.
Yeah. I love a Bloodhunter.
And a lot of you love Artificers.
Yeah, a lot of you love Artificers, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They're a druid.
Perfect. Amazing.
They're a druid. Now,
so,
roll on the wheel, do the subclass.
You want the wheel on here, yeah?
The wheel.
The wheel.
The druid wheel. Okay. And you know what? While Jack's pulling that up.
It's up.
When it comes to things like gender and identity, that is complete, unless you specify, that's completely up to you. These characters can, I don't necessarily think that, oh my God, what is it?
No, okay.
I don't think that that's necessary. We should pick for you. You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. That's completely up to you. You have your character identify however you want them to.
Kind of on the same topic of that, quite a few submissions I noticed were things like in themes, like idea of like identity and gender identity and like sexual identity. And first of all, wonderful themes for you to explore 100%. With your D&D character. Absolutely. Now, do I think that it's not relevant? What's the word for me? Do I think it's appropriate for us as cis, straight people to be able to kind of craft something based on the idea of identity and sexual identity? Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for us because we have never been through those struggles and never walked that path.
And exactly, and it could potentially be seen like we could making like a caricature of it, and we would obviously never do that intentionally, right? But I think that for things like that, I don't think that's something that would be appropriate for us to do.
Yeah.
But they are very appropriate things for you
to do as a character. 100%.
For you to explore as a character. It's just not relevant for us to speak on that.
We couldn't do that justice.
We could not ever do that justice for you. And I hope you understand.
Yeah.
And to those people who trusted us with those stories, thank you.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that we would have absolutely done our very best to represent them fairly and truly, but we never could because we've not gone through that.
Yeah, we've never done that.
Yeah, so I hope that I know that makes sense. So thank you. And if you have submitted a story like that, resend another one in if you'd like us to just do something for you. Resend it in.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on. What's the subclass?
You ready?
Yeah.
Circle of the Stars.
Yay!
So you've got a crazy good subclass.
You've got an incredibly good subclass there.
I'm currently playing that in Abby's one shot, and it is so good. It is so powerful.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get on to race.
Druid of the Stars.
Druid of the Stars. If you could roll me a d6 and half it.
It's a 1 again.
It's a 1 again. If you could roll a d10, you are in the common races.
7.
You're a gnome. Yay for you.
Yay for you. You're a druid gnome.
You're a gnome.
Gnomes can be cute baggers.
You know what? I was about to be like,
Roll again.
I was about to be like, roll again, but I'm sure that Jess is not anywhere near as
smallest as you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
We know that alignment is neutral evil.
Neutral evil gnome stars druid.
And to be fair, they have said the age is middle age of whatever race is chosen.
Gnomes live for
like 120.
Age. No, longer than that.
Do they? I thinking of dwarf. Dwarves live longer than that as well, don't they?
Live longer than that.
Yeah. What's the lifespan of a gnome?
It's long, I'll tell you that. I think
it's
like
really?
600 years.
I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, it is.
I guess, yeah.
No, 350 years.
350 years.
So you're talking like 175?
Yeah.
150 to 175, something like that, middle age.
Middle age of whatever that is.
Okay.
So, proficiencies. If you could roll 4d8 and go from there.
4d8 and go from there. 2.
That is animal handling.
3.
That is arcana.
7.
That is deception. 6. And finally, nature.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Animal handling and nature. Nice.
Yeah. To be fair, arcana, because druids have intelligence, don't they?
Yes, they do, yeah. Proficiency in intelligence.
And then let's do the motivation. If you could roll me a d20.
D20? 7.
That is...
Oh, no. That was not a d20.
Oh, what did you roll?
A d10. Juan,
survival.
Okay.
I feel like that ties in very well with the themes that Jess has given us.
Yeah.
And then the traits, if you could roll 4d20s for me.
So, 11.
That is cheerful.
13.
That is, oh my god, I'm going so slow. I'm sorry. Hardworking.
12.
Unreliable.
13. I rolled 13, 12, 11.
Yeah, you did. And then charming. And finally, if for the additional detail, could you roll me a d20?
16.
16. That is difficulty with hearing. Again.
Is it because of your old age?
Yeah, oh my god. Well, no, they're middle-aged.
Yeah, they could be losing the hearing a little bit earlier.
Yeah, they're middle-aged. So we'll go from the top of what we have. So Jess's PC is a stars druid that is neutral evil. They are middle-aged. They are a gnome. Their proficiencies are animal handling, arcana, deception, and nature. Their motivation is survival. Their traits are cheerful, hardworking, unreliable, and charming. And the additional detail is they have difficulty with hearing. And of course, the themes are betrayal, loss, and revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we had to clap out. Have I just read through all of these?
Yes. Okay, so I have an idea. What are the themes? Read the themes.
So the themes are, they are betrayal, loss, and revenge. Whatever has happened to them is what leads them to be neutral evil, and they're haunted by it. And in the campaign I play them in, I'd like them to eventually have a Zuko-esque redemption where they realize that there's a better way. I don't know who Zuko is. I'm so sorry.
I've got a theme. I've got an idea.
Okay.
So, loss, revenge, redemption.
Yep.
Okay. So, druid, grow.
Yep.
Your people live in a place that's like near like a high hill, like something that isn't like just a easy walk up. It's going to be a few days. Mm-hmm. It's going to be quite treacherous to do. At the top of this said large mountain is the moon well, or the star well.
Oh.
And like when it's like a coming of age or something like that, or like you are chosen in some sort of ritual, it's like an honor amongst your people for you to make the pilgrimage up, and like on a solstice or something like that, you get like given the powers of the star druid.
Powers of the stars.
And you have been chosen.
Yeah.
You make your way up. You go there. You have like a sort of like a spiritual awakening on the way up. Mm-hmm. You get to the top. You have the solstice. The stars are flying through the sky.
Yeah.
And you are bestowed the power of the stars druid.
Yeah.
Come back down, and either they're all gone,
no,
or
I think the idea of them being gone is more hurtful. Like, I mean, obviously not, but you know what I mean? The idea that, because then you would have the internal feelings of, oh my god, were they waiting for me to go?
Were they waiting for me to go?
Were they waiting for me to go so they could abandon me?
Yeah.
They've abandoned me.
But it feeds more into revenge.
Yeah, well,
if we have someone to avenge.
True.
So if they were all dead, or like just a handful of them were dead, like, and it was your family in that, or like your lover in that, your people are like, it was these people.
Yeah, you know what? Us. There's so many ways you could spin this, right?
Yeah, and there's an underlying theme of thank you for giving me these powers.
Yeah.
For gifting me these powers.
Yeah.
But because I went on this fucking pilgrimage, I wasn't there to help.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to do anything about it. So there's like this, I love you, and I know it wasn't your fault, God of the moon or stars.
Yeah.
Forces of the moon or stars, but at the same time, I wasn't there when it all went down.
Yeah, and it's like, did you take me away to spare me? Did you know that this was going to happen, and you took me away from that?
There we go.
And it's like, I would have chosen to die with him, or at least fight with him, but you took that choice away from me.
But also, now because of the gift you've given me, I'm able to avenge.
Yeah, and it's like, but I'm reminded of you every day.
And
I'm reminded of them every day. Like, there's two different ways you could play this, right? And this is completely up to you, Jess, how you would like to. Is like that, everyone, you go, everyone has died, and I think the things your character would be grappling with is those things we just mentioned there. Why me? Why did you take me out of it? It wasn't your choice to take me away, because maybe you find out that the god had specifically chosen you on that day because the god knew that your village was going to perish.
And maybe you were the only one capable of harnessing the power of the stars.
Yeah, at that point.
Beyond what anyone else could have.
Yeah.
Like, the adventure will lead you to the point where you are like an archdruid of the stars, and you can avenge. You can redeem.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's going to come down to your dungeon master. Do they... Which one was it?
Yeah.
Did they take you out on purpose? Was it by accident?
Exactly. And it's for you to decide how your character reacts to that.
Yeah.
And then the other way you could play it is... They all go. They've waited for you to go. The thing is, how your character perceives it and what actually happens is up to your DM, right? It's like, have they all left and they leave you some form of a goodbye?
Keepsake, yeah.
Some sort of a sign to say, we did this intentionally and we've left when you're gone. And then obviously, however your character perceives that is completely up to you, but you could explore the themes of betrayal by being like, oh my god, my own kin have left me for whatever reason. They could be doing it for a good reason. They could be doing it for a nefarious reason. You don't know.
Yeah.
There's many ways you can do that.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that's a great idea.
I think the idea of maybe you come back, and this will come down to your dungeon master. You come back, either they're all dead, either there's few of them dead, or they're all gone.
Yep.
Why? Who? Like, what? Which way does this go? Was this a order from above of the moon and the stars?
Yeah.
Or was this just unfortunate timing?
Yeah.
Like, and I think those are the things that if we sway between the two as the campaign goes on,
we
lean a little bit to like, oh, it was meant to happen, as to actually it was all like an accidental timing.
Totally.
And then we can figure it out as we go.
And I feel like that's a cornerstone of like grief, right?
Yeah.
And I know you haven't specifically mentioned grief here, but grief is very much, oh my God, I could have done more. I should have been there.
Yeah.
And then a mixture of, it was out of my hands.
It was out of my
How
hands.
Would I have known?
Yeah.
And I feel like you could skirt the edges of that.
Yeah, I think very much at the beginning it was all my fault is a great place to start.
Totally.
And I couldn't have done more. Like, coming to peace with the fact that probably
the redemption of...
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, and however you choose your character to enact this, completely up to you.
And then do you grapple with like, thank you very much, moon and stars, for picking me and giving me these powers, but at the same time I can't help but hate you.
Like, does your god reveal to you the bigger picture?
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
maybe
I can't help but hold you accountable for me losing.
Yeah. Maybe they're not dead. Maybe they're being held in stasis somewhere. Maybe, you know what I mean? There's so many things that your DM can definitely make up for you if they so wish. But I think that's a really good place to start. That's a great story. That's great. That's really good. I really like that. So there you go. There's your Stars Druid.
There's your Stars Druid.
Yep. And again, pick and choose whatever you like from that.
I also had another one. Quickly.
Go
really
on.
So it's the same idea.
Yeah.
The people are getting chosen and they're going up to the moon while they're coming back.
Yeah.
And like it happens like, I don't know, every month or every couple of months. And people, like, someone's gone up.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Interesting.
And then another person went up and they didn't come back. And then the search party went up and they didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And within that search party was one of your family members or your lovers.
Yeah.
And then you choose to go up.
Yeah.
And you do get there and you get this power, but you don't know what happened to any of the people before.
Yeah.
Another way to twist it.
That is. I prefer the first one, definitely.
Yeah. But that's another one as well.
Yeah. That's really great. That's really good.
Okay.
All right.
Woo.
So, oh my goodness gracious me.
Go.
So, this next one, this has been sent in by Finch, and she goes by she, her.
Finch, is this Go Lightly Finch?
This is Go Lightly Finch.
Oh, thank you, Go Lightly Finch.
Thank you so much, Finch. Finch has previously sent us some fan art of Rayla and
Yes,
TRP, and
yes.
I'm personally a huge fan of Finch's artwork.
Finch is a fantastic artist who is in the Discord. If you want to get any sort of commission from them, go ahead, because they are an unbelievable artist.
Indeed. Thank you so very much, Finch. So, Finch has actually given us here a world primer. So, I don't know where the best place to start is.
Let's start with the world primer.
Should I start with the world
100%.
primer? Well, you know what? I'll read out the little blurb that Finch sent us first. So,
I do love a world primer.
I want to say everything she wants us to roll for.
Okay.
Everything.
Nice,
We can roll for everything.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Okay.
Leave it within our little grasp.
So, I am slowly developing a setting called the Edgelands that I would love this character to be from. Potentially a cool NPC or boss if I'm going to run the game long term. Now, the themes of this setting include Gothic, supernatural, Victorian era influence, mystery, betrayal, and prophecy.
If we don't roll a blood hunter here...
I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it. And additional comments. I just wanted to say hi and hope you're both doing fabulously. Thank you so much. Finch. Thank you. We're doing great. Thank you. I hope the same for you too.
Yes.
So let's go through the world primer. So as she said, this is called the Edgelands.
Mm-hmm.
East of the continent. I'll put up a map that Finch has done as well. Oh my God. East of the continent, between its colossal stretch and the endless swells of the Duscan Ocean, rests the Edgelands. Edgelands.
By the way, everyone who's saying that I take the piss out of Margaret every time she messes up, and she did it to me once, and I threw his fit, you're right.
Oh my god, completely off topic. Oh my god. I don't think I can play it because of the music.
That Sherry made.
Oh my god, Sherry made a TikTok.
Yeah.
I can't. You know what? I can't play it.
I
love
can't Margaret, but I will never stop.
No, it's who he is.
Yeah, that's who I am.
An aristocratic region governed by 5 wealthy families: the Carrows, Rembrandts, Allwrights, Fairfaxes, and Marigolds. For 3 centuries, these families have been left to govern the gloom-ridden provinces and protect its people from the dangers that lurk within every shadow. Cool fucking names, by the way. The
Caro.
themes... Caro.
That was beloved second.
That was Maya Caro.
Yeah.
I spelled with a K instead of a C, though. So, the themes again: Gothic, supernatural, Victorian era influence, mystery, betrayal, and prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's given a list of like the families and the provinces that they're in. I don't think we necessarily have to go through all of that, but there is... Oh, there's a place called Duskwood. How cool is that?
Very wow of you, Finch.
I'm sorry. You know what? I probably should have prepped exactly what we were going to read out about this.
Sorry.
But there's kind of the breakdown of all the regions. It's incredibly detailed and incredibly well written. There is a lot.
Okay.
So it'll probably be too much to go through, but just know it's incredibly well written.
So it's a aristocratic society ruled by 5 governing bodies.
Well, you know what?
For 3 generations.
I will give you the blurbs about each of the different provinces that all the nobles run.
Okay.
So the Undercuts is run by the Carrow family. This region is long and narrow, cutting between the Skystead and the Cinderlands. The Carrow provinces is the seediest province within the Eagle Lands and have a haven for criminals.
Very good.
Cimmerian, the westernmost region with the largest cities in the Edgelands, renowned for its academic exploits and institutions. And this is ran by the Rembrandt family. Eastcliff, which is ran by the Allwright family, is the easternmost region overlooking the Duscan Ocean, and it's home to the Edgelands Naval Fleet. The fleet protects the Edgeland shores from the monstrous beasts that wreak havoc on coastal islands. We have the Skystead, which is ran by the Fairfax family. the northernmost mountainous region with towns and hamlets built directly into the rock to avoid the beasts that roam the Duskwood at its base.
Very good.
And it is a religious epicenter.
Ooh.
And finally, we have the Cinderlands, which is ran by the Marigolds. The southernmost volcanic region. The fertile volcanic soils support extensive agriculture with vineyards and orchards that spread across the lower slopes of the mountains.
Very cool.
And also, I won't go into it, but for every continent that you come from within these, not continent, every area.
Region, yeah.
Every region, you get different proficiencies, like a bonus language, thieves' cant, a skill proficiency, different cantrip. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I hope that was clear enough.
Let's get it.
I hope I did that justice, Finch.
You did a fantastic job. It sounds great. It sounds so in-depth and so rich with lore.
It sounds so fleshed out. So
it sounds great.
Finch is basically giving us complete free reign to do.
But the themes are?
The themes are Gothic, supernatural, Victorian era influence, mystery, betrayal, and prophecy.
Mystery, betrayal, and prophecy. And they're the three things that we really need to focus on.
Finch would like to use this as like an NPC or a boss, basically.
Cool. Very cool.
Shall we go from the top?
Let's go, baby.
All right. If you could please spin... Oh, I'm spinning the wheel for class. Margaret.
You're spinning the wheel.
Come on, be a blood hunter. Come on. Okay, we are a wizard.
Okay.
I feel like that works very well. I'm immediately thinking of the place that has the Arcana.
The
schools. If you could please read roll the wheel for the subclass.
Roll the wheel.
So the Cimarron.
Okay. We just fell into transmutation.
Okay.
Very good.
I know nothing about transmutation.
Caleb Widogast.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool. So, shall we roll for the race?
Hey. Transmutation. Let's go. D6?
Yes. And half it.
3.
Oh my god, you're in the monstrous races.
I'm in the monstrous races.
All right.
Let's get this.
Okay, if you could roll me a D10.
D10. 4.
Okay. You are a grung. What's a grung?
I have no idea.
What on earth is a grung?
What is a grung?
What's a grung?
D&D. What's a grung?
What's a grung? Everyone is screaming at their screens right now with us.
Oh.
What is a grung?
I think it's a frog person.
Oh!
It's a grung.
It's a frog person.
It's a grung.
It's a grung.
It's a grung.
It's a grung. It's a grung. It's a wizard frog. It's a frog wizard.
We've got somebody called frog wizard in this
frog
card.
Wizard. You're a grung.
You're a grung.
They're a grung.
They are a grung.
They're a grung.
Okay,
so if we could do their alignment.
Yes.
Which is a D10.
D10. 2.
They are neutral good.
Neutral good.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
If you could please roll me a 4d8s for their proficiencies.
4d8s for proficiencies. Okay, 7.
That is deception.
6.
That no.
Okay.
Intimidation.
3.
That is arcana.
Perfect. 7.
And that is perception.
Nice.
Yeah, some good proficiencies. And let's roll for their motivation. Could you roll me a d20?
5.
They are... Oh, it's to save something.
To save something?
It's to save something.
Okay, very cool.
Okay, and then their traits, if you could roll me 4d20s.
4d20s. So, 2.
They are... Oh, they're rude!
5.
They are decisive.
20.
Oh, they are obedient.
13.
And they are... Oh, they're charming.
Charming.
And finally, could you roll their additional detail, which is a d20?
14.
They are... excessive swearing, but I read that as sweating.
No! Excessive swearing, me.
Yeah, us. Literally both of us.
Okay.
So, let's go from the top. So, they are a transmutation wizard.
Yes.
They are a grung. They are neutral good. Oh my god. Natural good.
Yeah.
Their proficiencies are deception, intelligence. Is that intelligence? Deception, Intimidation, arcana, and perception.
Yeah.
Their motivation is to save something. And their traits are rude, decisive, obedient, charming, And the additional detail is excessive swearing.
Read me out is it the Sumerian?
Yes.
The region.
Yes. So the region for Arcana is...
I feel like that'll help us here.
The Sumerian. The westernmost region with the largest cities in the Edgelands, renowned for its academic exploits and institutions. And it has something called the Bloodmouth University, the largest research institution within the Edgelands, and then the Blood Canyon, the border town to the Undercuts.
Okay. So we're thinking that maybe this is maybe a... Okay. I've got something.
Okay,
I've got something. Because it borders with the Undercuts, and the Undercuts is the criminal hub.
Yes, the Undercuts is ran by the Carrows, yeah.
Arcane.
Literally.
Like, with the really nice upper places with all the biggest towns, and then the underbelly of the city, which is like really seedy and really rough.
Totally.
Maybe. We'll call this person, I think personally this person is an NPC. I think this is an NPC that you can use.
I think this is an NPC too.
And I think that there is like a uprising within the Undercuts.
Yeah.
They want what the people on the upside have.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a currency. Maybe there's like a magical focus that is like readily available on the upper, but not in the lower. And there's like a gang. We're going real arcane here.
Yeah.
There's a gang.
Victorian era influence, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me there's not gangs?
No, yeah, I suppose so.
There's a big bad and they're cronies. And they're like doing little jobs coming up and like hitting this place and stealing the stuff. And hitting this place and stealing the stuff.
Yeah.
And this NPC has been put in charge of like the firefighting, basically.
Yeah.
So the rudeness comes from how stressed they are. They're gonna be like, oh man, you need, like, I don't know, the party goes to this place to be like, yeah, you need to go and speak to Wizard. Because they're really struggling and you seem to be quite capable.
Yeah.
And they've like set up I don't know, arcane barriers, arcane locks, things to try and keep out these thingies, but the attacks keep coming and they're always one step behind.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's somebody like the right hand person of this wizard who's actually working for the underground.
Yeah, and
you figure these things out.
I like the idea that maybe they were just like the apprentice wizard who's just kind of been thrown into it.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna go, mine's completely different.
Go for it.
They're a grung, they're a frog person.
Yeah.
They've been turned into a frog.
Okay.
Look, I'm just trying to think of like the supernatural themes. Like, they have been turned into a frog. They're actually a very powerful wizard. Hence the transmutation wizard, right? What does transmutation do?
It's like changing something to something else. So, so you can copy transmutation for super cheap into your book. You get the transmutation stone where you can like gain 60 foot of dark vision, increase speed by 10 feet, proficiency in constitution saving throws, resistance to a specific type of damage. Every time you take like a rest or a short rest or something, you can gain one of those things. So it's all about like changing magic to like help you.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
Like maybe like they're like actually like a quite a powerful wizard, but there is bigger forces at play potentially coming from the Undercuts. Maybe the Undercuts have, with the Carrow family, they have tapped into maybe some sort of like eldritch something.
Okay.
And they're using these eldritch powers to bolster themselves in order to make an attack on somewhere like this Sumerian
region.
And like that kind of comes with like the supernatural and the Victoria influence. Like there's something eldritch going on here. This wizard either knew about it, found out about it, was trying to research it, and then they got turned into this frog. And you could play it that they're actually more frog than person.
Okay.
And it could start off a series of quests by this frog person to be like, help me
become not frog.
Become not frog.
Not frog no
and
more.
There's this going on in the Undercuts. Explore it for me. And then that could set off like a quest chain. And then once the parties managed to actually help turn this grung back into whatever race they actually are. This person then can be an NPC that they come back to if they need something like enchanting something, or if they need like spells doing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think like in terms of like having them as an NPC that you can if you like them, regularly go back to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think? I heard frog and I was like, Princess and the Frog.
yeah, that's a great idea as well. So there's two ideas. There's a uprising from the undercuts, and they're stealing something. They're stealing like a magical resource. They're hitting like really important buildings, and it's about to like amass into something far bigger. Maybe they're going to actually infiltrate into the Sumerian region. And this person is like head of defense. And they're one step behind, and they don't know why. And that's the mystery. I'm fucking fighting fire, and I can't get ahead. And they always seem to know exactly where I put all of my troops and exactly where I put all of my locks and stuff like that. And they just seem to be able to weave it. And maybe their right hand person is
actually on the inside.
Yeah. And that's why. And you as the players and you and your party will figure that out.
To be honest, Finch, it kind of depends how you want to play this character, right? It depends what themes you would like to explore with this character. If you want them to be a regular character, if you want them to just be like a one-off type thing, like truly it depends how you want to play this character. But there's...
Or they can be turned into a frog, and there's like a series of quests to unturn this frog, and then they actually are a powerful NPC that can help like with magic items and things like that.
And maybe you've heard rumors that like this powerful wizard's gone missing, and I don't know, for whatever reason no one has put together the fact that this frog is the wizard. I don't know how you would have to work that in. Maybe
so
there's
this
like
powerful wizard went missing, and they were last seen going into the undercuts. You've got to go into the undercuts maybe, and the last place that you see, there's like some bad people there, and then there's a frog in a jar. Yeah. And like you take the frog out of the jar, and there's just something weird about this frog.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And you take this frog back up and stuff like that, and then in the end, you actually realize that this frog is a person.
Yeah, maybe there's a way that you can gift them if there isn't like a druid or a ranger who has speak to animals. You can somehow give them a way to get a speak to animals scroll or something like that.
Something like that. There's just something weird about this frog. It's like tapping on the glass, maybe.
Yeah.
You know? There's loads of little things there.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. I know we kind of didn't really touch on like the idea of like the prophecy and the mystery, but I suppose.
But the prophecy. That's what I'm saying for mine. There's whatever prophecy that you want, Finch. And the undercuts are trying to fulfill it. That's why they're stealing all of these arcane focuses. That's why they're stealing all of this arcane power.
Yeah, maybe they have you could go with the same thing. There is an eldritch being underneath the city of the undercuts that they found, and it's saying like, feed me these,
and I'll help you get top side.
Exactly.
I'll help you get top side. I'll help you get into the Sumerian region.
Yeah.
And they're gathering all these things that this being wants.
Yeah.
And this wizard that you meet is just like, I am struggling, and you need to help me.
No idea what I'm doing here.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea. Oh, thank you.
The undercuts.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can spin that.
That's both of our ideas married together.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is.
That's
great.
There's so many ways you can do it. But I hope that's.
Love it.
That's giving you something, at least.
They're a grung.
Little floggy woggy.
They're a grung because of early wizard experimentation that went on. And they've never been able to undo.
Or maybe grungs are just a thing in your world.
Maybe grungs are just a thing in your world.
Yeah. Very cool. I hope that helps, Finch.
I hope that helps, Finch.
I hope that helps.
I enjoy that.
I do too.
I think that is super cool.
I do too. I really like that. So I think we have time for
let's do one more.
I think
we'll have time for one more.
All right, this is the last one. How many have we gotten through here?
This is going to be
four.
This is going to be 4.
Yeah, 4. You said 4.
I said 4.
Yeah, 4 kind of hits the nail on the head. To be fair, we did do the homebrew challenge stuff in the beginning.
And we'll get better at it as we go.
Yeah.
This is just first time.
Yeah, totally. So this has been sent in by oFelinology, and he goes by him.
oFelinology, you won the Homebrew Challenge.
I think that you were either a runner-up or a winner to the Homebrew Challenge. So
thank you
so much. So there is a few things that have been specified here. So the class, he wants them to be a sorcerer.
Okay.
Age is 26. And those are the only things they've picked.
Okay.
So the themes. The character is an experimentation from an organization to see if magic can be implanted into non-magical individuals. And if so, what would happen? A source of power was placed inside of them, the character, though they aren't fully aware of what kind. Being one of the few survivors of the experiments and to successfully escape the organization that experimented on them, they are now looking for leads to enact revenge against the organization that cruelly experimented on them and others.
Hey!
This speaks to me because this is so much like a character that I played very briefly. I won't say what they were because I already have an idea here.
This also gives me a little bit, no spoilers, a little bit Caleb Widogast. Obviously, you won't quite understand.
I don't know what that means.
But, you know, the things that went on with Caleb and, like, the really, like, intense training and stuff like that was kind of cool. So, you know, there's a few different ways we can have, like, systemic organizations that are, like, have always done things these ways and they need to be broken down or something like that.
Yeah.
I already have so many ideas.
All right. Let's roll their subclass for the sorcerer.
This is going to be huge. But whatever you get here, this is going to be huge.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Like, this is going to, like, define the theme of
Oh,
it.
totally.
You're a sorcerer,
totally,
but what sort of sorcerer?
Totally,
like, just looking here, like, divine soul. You were trying to be, like, a God's will is put upon it.
Yeah. What do we got?
Okay, baby.
Go on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Draconic bloodline. Draconic bloodline. Not only were they trying to just, like, it was like the magic of the dragons.
Man.
Like a draconic army.
Very cool. Oh my God. Very cool.
I'm thinking Tiamat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
I don't know any of the dragons' names, but
no, but I'm thinking of like a servitude army for Tiamat's return or something like that.
Totally. Like some sort of like sacrifice to some sort of like Anyway.
You are going to do Tiamat's bidding.
Yeah.
Is Tiamat a she?
Yeah, I think Tiamat is a she.
I think Tiamat is a she, isn't
she? Yeah, I think so. So, could you roll me for their race? Could you roll me a d6 and half it? 6. Okay. Oh, you're in the monstrous races.
We were in the monstrous races last time and I rolled a 3. I rolled a 6.
Did we half it last time? Did we just set Finch up with a grung and it wasn't supposed to be a grung?
It might not have supposed to be a grung.
Oh, well.
Okay, what are we rolling?
Sorry, did I not specify half it last time?
Yeah, but I rolled a 3.
I didn't half it. What would it have been? Well,
it would have been on the middle table. So you don't need to half it. The whole point is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, d6 and half it. Oh, Finch, you would have been on the uncommon table. Yeah. So what did you roll there?
There, I rolled a 6.
Okay,
so I am on the monstrous table.
Okay, roll on the d10.
4.
You're a grung.
Right, let's roll a different one. We can't have 2 grungs. We can't have double grung. A double grung.
Double grung. Double grunged up.
Double grunged up.
On a Wednesday night.
All grunged up on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, go on.
7.
You are a grung now.
Every option is grung.
You're a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin,
You're
nice.
A hobgoblin.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so next, could you please roll me for the proficiencies? 48.
48. Okay, let's go.
You know what? I don't necessarily know how relevant these proficiencies are because we don't really ever take them into account. Look at us real time.
Well, we'll roll them this time, and then if we want to take them out for next time, we will.
Yeah, I think so.
5.
Athletics.
5.
Medicine.
8.
Persuasion.
Oh.
And investigation.
Nice. Okay.
Could you please roll me? Oh, no. So he has said the age is 26.
Yeah.
Could you please roll me for the alignment, which is a D10? 2. They are neutral good?
Neutral good.
Natural good.
Naturally good.
Naturally good. Could you roll me a D20 for their motivation? 9. That is grief. Wah. And then could you roll me for their traits? 4d10. No, 4d20.
14.
14. That is callous.
2.
That is two-faced.
10.
That is sarcastic.
18.
And then petty.
Petty.
Me. And then could you finally roll me one last d20 for additional detail?
12.
12. They have a tendency to lie.
Sorcerers. Very charismatic.
Yeah, and then you're like, liars.
You fucking liars. You bunch of liars.
All right, so going from the top, you are a draconic sorcerer. You are a hobgoblin. You are 26. Your alignment is neutral good. Your proficiencies are athletics. medicine, persuasion, and investigation. Your motivation is grief. Your traits are callous, two-faced, sarcastic, and petty. And your additional detail is you have a tendency to lie.
Hit me with the theme one more time.
So the theme is the character is an experimentation from an organization to see if magic can be implanted into non-magic individuals. And if so, what would happen? Interesting. There's two ways you could spin it, right?
There's two ways you can spin it. I agree.
You could spin it as like kind of like the ritualists from Tiamat. Like you could go kind of like primordial in that sense and going like the
reawakening and the army that she will command when she returns.
Exactly. And I guess that, to be honest, that doesn't have to be primordial. I could totally see like a slightly more modern version of like an organization that is doing experiments like this.
100%.
Or there's the other path you could go, which is kind of like in the name of science, right?
Yes.
In the name of innovation and science, and seeing if you could make the ordinary person magically inclined.
So I also like that, but I also like that, yes, there are maybe a group of scientists who are doing it for a reason. This is where we get the juice. So there's a bunch of scientists who are doing it because they love pushing the boundaries of what is capable.
Yeah.
And maybe this person's character, their grief, their bone to pick is with them because they're the ones that did this to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe you finally get your hands on this professor who experimented on you, and the professor's like, look, I just do it because I love science and I just want to push the boundaries. And they've got like a family and a loved one, and you realize that they aren't really a horrible person. They were just, paid to do a job. It's the people paying them.
Nice.
The people at the top.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know. Maybe the people at the top are like, oh yeah, use these materials for the experiment.
Yeah.
Use this facility for the experiment.
Yeah.
I'll give you everything. You just do the experiments.
Yeah.
And what maybe we find out as we go along is that facility is on an ancient burial ground of something.
Cool.
Maybe
of Tiamat.
Yeah. Maybe the juice that you used for the experiment, the focuses that you used for the experiment are actually fucking like cursed and poisoned.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, you're too late to stop this ritual, and as the ritual finishes, this character like loses control.
Yeah.
And like this was the thing all along, and all the other people who've been experimented on. Sorry, I had to clap out the dog. The dog nearly pushed his way through the barrier.
You know how it's like we clap out like 10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all right. So yeah, maybe there's a ritual that they begin to figure out. The party begins to figure out, like, oh my god, there's something.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's. It wasn't the professor. It was the people who hired the professor. They are worshippers of Tiamat. They are worshippers of this horrible dragon or something, or this entity. And you've all been experimented on, and this ritual's taking place, and the ritual is completed, and the character like loses their like will, maybe loses control.
Yeah. And for a moment, they're like imbued with.
And this the big evil bad guy's like, haha, it did work. Now I will go to my castle and finish, and the change will be permanent next time.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah? What you said?
Sorry, I thought someone might have been at the door.
No.
Sorry. I love that. I think you know what? I love the twist of like the burial ground. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking maybe instead of like, maybe this character has been experimented on because they, unbeknownst to them, were born in somewhere like that.
Oh, cool.
They were born on a
burial ground.
On a burial
They
ground.
were chosen or something like that.
Yeah, and like that's why all the other people who were with you who have been experimented on, who fortunately didn't make it, maybe they were also born in and around or on separate burial grounds. Like there's something about
the specific burial grounds,
innately who you are as to why you've been picked.
Yeah.
But I also kind of really like the idea that the experimentation grounds are on the burial grounds as well.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think that's cool. I think there's loads you can do with that.
There's so much you can do with that.
And then, the idea of you escape and you want to get revenge on these people who did that to you. And then does the professor who did it to you, do they become like an ally in the end?
Do they become a friend?
Yeah.
Did they also find out at the same time?
Yeah.
That
all of you were being used.
All of you were being duped. All of you had the wool pulled over your eyes.
Yeah.
So like they become an ally. They become a friend. They become like they want to help you sever this bond between you and Big Bad.
Yes.
You and this ritual potentially happening.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, the idea I initially had, I actually much prefer your idea.
Okay.
But very similar to a character I had who was a swashbuckler hexblade, and she wasn't born with magical powers, but she had been just chosen at random. She was from the slums, and a rich family came through and just picked out loads of kids and gave them like a life of luxury.
Yeah.
In return for experimenting on them. And that's how Rey became a warlock. It wasn't her choice. It was literally it was dragons as well. They had like opened her skull up and they had implanted like a dragon scale into her head, into her brain, to see if she could gain magical powers. And that's when she became a warlock. I don't know oFelinology, like how you enjoy multi-classing, but you know, the idea that maybe this you gain a patron from it. You end up speaking to
warlock sorcerers. Always a good.
Good
multi-class.
Yeah, you end up being able to communicate with this other being that is now in your head, and both of you are like, oh my god, we need to separate.
Yeah.
I need to get you out of my head, and they're like, I need to get out of your head.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a battle between, yes, you're both stronger for it now, but you have to separate because you're your own people, and you resent the people who did this to you.
Very
type
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
But you know, again, what I will say to that is you have to really trust your DM with your patron relationship.
Like this has to have buy-in from the DM.
Very much.
Like both of these ideas do.
I think the second one more, definitely, because you know you're going to be communicating with someone in your head quite often if that's the way you choose to do it. So I much prefer your idea.
Okay.
Like I much prefer that, but you know that's another option.
Yeah, it's another option. Options are always great.
Options are great. Options are good.
And you might want to combine the two. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And immediately that experimentation is such a great idea.
Yeah, I love the idea of like, what happens to people who are innately non-magical? Like
when they get magic.
Yeah, like what happens to them? Like do you get like drunk on the power of it?
Do like there's always the tough decision of something that's like, do you lose it in the end?
Yeah, do you lose it in the end?
That's something you've got to be okay with.
Totally.
100%.
And I think, you know, along the road in the campaign, you can maybe meet some of the people who were experimented on who also got away.
Yeah.
Maybe you thought everyone was dead who you got experimented on with.
But you actually do find another.
Someone got away. Someone else got away.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think there's so many different paths you can go down in this.
Yeah, love that.
And again, all up to your DM, really. But
you and your DM.
Yeah, you and your DM. So I love that.
Yeah, cool.
I think that's so cool.
Very cool.
I love that.
Well.
Draconic sorcerer. You have to have dragons in there for some reason, right? You have
to. It's got to be
on
the ancient burial ground of Tiamat or something.
You have to, right? You have to. I love that. I absolutely love that. But
you know, like the thing is, right, even if let's just say you didn't want to play Draconic Bloodline, let's just say I actually hate it, but like let's just do Storm Sorcery.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, on the like a Storm Titan's burial ground.
Yeah.
Aberrant Mind. It's on the burial ground of an eldritch being. Something like that. Wild magic. It's like it happened on like the crossroads of a Feywild like
crossing.
Portal.
Yeah.
There you go. You can
so
literally
many
do
options.
every single one.
I love that. That's just such a cool idea. So what did you think?
Did you enjoy that?
Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed that.
I think there is a few things we could definitely fine tune for next time if we do it again.
Yeah.
I definitely think, you know what? And I'd like to know what you guys think. Taking out things like the proficiencies.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really...
I guess it's you want to pick your proficiencies.
Of course you want to pick your own proficiencies, right? Especially if you're going to actually use them. I think the most important things here is the class and the subclass.
The class and the subclass.
The alignment too. I think the alignment kind of helps theme it. And because you guys have such good themes, you come up with such great ideas already. I think the proficiencies we don't necessarily need. I don't think we need the additional detail either.
Yeah, tell us what you think that we should keep and not keep in terms of rolling.
Yeah, how would you like us to go about the motivation? Because the motivation, 9 times out of 10, with the class and subclass is the pushing factor.
Maybe you should pick the theme. Maybe you should like select a few themes that you like. Maybe.
What do you mean?
Like they should pick the.
That's what they do.
The motivation. Sorry.
Oh, you should pick the motivation. Yeah. Agreed.
And then we can pick like class, subclass, and like just a few other bits in there.
Yeah.
But like, because the thing is, if you come to me with like, if you say I want the theme to be revenge, and then I roll, and then it's like your motivation is to save. Then it's like they're kind of conflicting.
Because those are very important things for a character. Yeah, I think good idea. We will set up the form so you can pick multiple ones for motivation, or if you want us to roll for it, we can. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I think
excellent.
Those are the changes I think we'll make. Please let us know what you thought. It's important for us to know if you enjoyed
50
this.
comments.
Yeah.
Now. 50 comments now.
Yeah.
50 comments today. We're getting so close. Every time we're getting so close. We're getting so I can taste it.
Yeah.
I can taste 50 comments.
Oh yeah.
It's so sweet.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, let us know what you thought, please. We need your feedback.
Tell us if you enjoyed it. Tell us which was your favourite. Tell us anything you want in the comments.
And also, if you have anything to add to any of these, my favourite parts is the bits that you guys add.
Yeah,
being honest with you.
Add some bits to these down below. That would be super awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go because we've got a watch party soon.
Yeah, we do.
In 45 minutes.
And our dog is just so unhappy.
Pacing.
Oh my!
He wants
goodness.
his lunch.
Oh no! You said the word.
Where are we going now?
Oh,
I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you.
He does.
We've been the Eldritch Podblast.
Yes.
We love you very much.
Yes.
And we're going to see you on Monday. Bye.